first of all, I just want to say congratulations to Buffalo. Had a fabulous season, fantastic, and obviously very well coached and very well organized. As I've been saying this past week, this is the best week of training that we've been through since the start of this season, and obviously having this one back has been a huge help. But the lift in the spirit overall with the team, these are long seasons, and it's important for our players to recognize that this is the beginning of a new season with the NCAA tournament, and their energy and their excitement was fantastic today.
This was a little different than the first game of the Big Ten tournament. What is that supposed to mean for you?
This is the big dance. This is what you wait for all year. This is what they work for. So we try to start with the end in mind, and the end is playing in December, and we think about that in January, think about that in February, in March, when they're training in the summer, in July, when they're running hills. Everything gears up to this time, not necessarily to the Big Ten tournament, to the NCAA tournament, and to doing it on a national level.
Rocky, what does it feel like for you being back with Penn State in such a great tournament?
I've told my teammates I really missed them, and I was missing just playing in Jeffrey again, and for me, I just enjoyed it so much, so I think that's why I missed it a lot, and for me, it's a joy to play with my teammates and my family. It's more than a team, that's the thing, and I think that's why I'm enjoying it so much, and I think that's why I miss it, so it's very unique, and I'm really excited and happy to be back.
Thank you. Rocky, you had a goal and an assist. What was working for you in the offense today?
I don't know, I think it's always a team effort. It's always a team effort, and when you have such great players around you, then it's easier for you to do creative things and enjoy the game.
Being able to get a goal fairly early in the game, how much did that kind of take the weight off the shoulders of all you guys?
Well, it's a good start, but it was a good start, but at least personally, it wasn't enough with one goal in the first half. We knew that we had another level, and I wasn't satisfied, and I know the team wasn't satisfied either. Like you said, it was like kind of a relief, but one goal is nothing, and we've been winning one goal, and then we end up tied or losing, so it doesn't mean much, really.
Coach, talk about the defense tonight. Obviously the late penalty, but overall, lots of possession. You seem to be in control in the back, holding Buffalo to a few shots. So what did you think of their performance tonight?
Yeah, we had it was a very similar feeling that we had today versus when we played against Northwestern. We had quite a bit of sustained attack against Northwestern, and so much of it is swinging the ball around the back. I thought their tempo was much better in this game than against Northwestern. I challenged them to complete a certain number of passes, certain passing percentage, and they hit all of our markers that we challenged ourselves and challenged each other. So I thought from that perspective we got better from last week to this week. Defensively as a unit, I think that the four of them are, along with Britt, one of the best defenses in the country.
At halftime, you had a lot of pressure, a lot of corners, but you guys weren't able to convert much. Did you say anything, or what kind of changes did you make to break things open in the second half?
Yeah, one of the things we wanted to emphasize is trying to get ourselves to the end line a bit more. You look at the service from the first half, and they came from the flank areas or a little bit deeper, but maybe hit and hope. So we had 16 crosses in the first half, and only 5 of them were connected. And so obviously we wanted them to pick players out a little bit better and maybe come from different angles.
Coach, all season you talked about this one game at a time mentality that you and the teammates share. Are you doing that in NCAA tournament, or do you have a different mentality approaching it?
Well, again, one of the things I talk about a lot is to begin with the end in mind. And so we continue to remind them of what our long-term goals, and now our long-term goals are more our medium-term goals. Right now, obviously, we've got to take it game by game. I think soccer, more than any other sport, is a cruel game. And I tell them all the time that it doesn't owe you anything. You can be better, you can have more shots, more crosses, but this game is cruel. And the moment that you take it for granted, as Rocky said, you get up 1-0, and the moment you feel good about yourselves is they get a PK and they put one in the back of the net and they're hooked again. So it'd be very naive to look beyond this Friday.
Coach, you got either New Hampshire or Connecticut next week. What's the game plan? What's the preparation going to entail this week?
That started last week. You know, you start preparing for any potential opponents. Tim Wassell's the best in the country as far as I'm concerned about preparing these guys with scouting reports. So the homework process has already started. Get these guys rested up, and we just want to be sharp this week. We want to continue to improve. One of the most exciting things right now is I do think that we are still improving as a team. We're not plateauing yet. I thought today was better than last week, but I still think that we've got another level.